Paintings are incredible sources of information, story and beauty, and I'm always amazed how much more enjoyable they are when we know a bit more about what they mean. However, sometimes a piece of art is just beautiful and analysing becomes a little less straightforward. Now, I'm an information fan, almost an information fanatic, and most of all, I love culture, which is of course high quality information. And I love all sorts of culture: language, music, sculpture, books, philosophy, food, films, TV, painting. And generally, my approach is to examine that art through other information, whether that's biography or history or science or philosophy or psychology or language or whatever, to examine those works of art in more detail. Only that's much harder when something is just beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, I present for you La Coiffure, the hair combing, painted by the French artist Degas in 1896 and hanging in London's National Gallery. It's a painting that meant something to Degas, for he never sold it in his lifetime. And I think it also meant something to another artist, because Matisse bought the painting after Degas' death, before it eventually found its way to the National Gallery in 1937, where it still hangs today. In many ways, it's a traditional Degas. It's painted with pastels, which allowed him to paint quickly and yet still blend his colours. It shows two female figures in controlled movement, a subject close to Degas' heart. There's something deeply pleasing about the movement in this picture, the arching of the wrist, in fact, the hands, all the hands in this picture. This is a painting that is beautifully sensitive to the way humans hold themselves when doing something, just as Degas demonstrates with his paintings of ballet dancers or jockeys. Only this is a far more intimate scene. You don't comb your hair in public, and you certainly didn't comb your hair in public in 1896. So, I usually love explanations about why works of art mean something for us, but in this case, I just have to say, it's beautiful. And the first thing I have to rave about are the colours, the palette, and what a palette. This is a true rhapsody in red. I mean, how many reds are there? Degas is painting a woman with red hair in a red dress, having her red hair combed by another redhead wearing a pink dress with an orange comb, all in a red room draped with red curtains. That's so spectacularly, chromatically bold. How can you paint with such clarity and yet with so many similar colours? I also love the way Degas can express movement in his pictures, the way the hands are held, here holding the hair, the way her back is arched. There's energy in this picture, but it's potential energy, not kinetic. It's controlled energy. There isn't movement in this picture, but there's an exquisite poise. I love the use of blur in this painting, when we can see things clearly and when we can't, and how unfinished some sections of the canvas are. And look at how those subtle black lines give the painting a precision amongst those swirls of red. Although I usually love a painting because of the stories and histories behind it, sometimes I just have to hold up my hands and say something is just plain beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, La Coiffure by Degas. Please like and subscribe.